Hi Leo, welcome to your October 2020 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subber, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, my ascendant brothers and sisters, let's have a look, see what is going on for us this month for your actions and interactions with the world at large. This month we get the Tower card, right? So this month we are upsetting the apple cart, and actually, whenever I see this card, I always say to people, it can be literally the complete blowing up of your life, or it can be an amazing realization or even a liberating event that takes place. At the time, it's always a lot of upheaval, but sometimes, in fact, no, all the time, whenever you see the Tower card through the lens of, hindsight, you always come to see that it was the best thing for you. But this comes up in our actions and interactions with the world at large. This is about what we do, what we instigate. This month you are upsetting the apple cart. It means in some way, shape or form, we are going against the grain. This is where we're going to start to really, this is where you're going to start to separate yourself from the crowd. This is where you're going to start to push yourself in completely different directions. It's where you're going to start to challenge yourself in ways that you haven't up until this moment in time. Remember, this card represents Uranus, and that is currently especially if you're an ascendant Leo like myself, that's in your 10th house. So in some way, shape or form, your career is being highlighted. Some aspect of who you are out in the world is being changed, and the fact that we've got the Tower card as our actions card means that we are doing the changing. This could be a month where you surprise everybody. Lots of people talk about, Leo's a fixed sign and they like comfort and and they do, like we totally do, and sometimes they can be a little bit adverse to change. However, this month you're kind of saying, well, you know what, I don't do things by half, so I'm going to change. It's kind of like you're just going for it. This month you're going to say, I'm going to change all of the stuff that needs to change in order for me to get to where I want to be. This is about you getting really serious about where it is that you see yourself and how you can further your own goals, ends, all the rest of it, which is really exciting, really, really exciting. For your money and materials, you've got the Nine of Swords. Okay, so not an easy card. And especially the fact that it's right next to the Tower. In some way, shape or form, you are upsetting the whole balance of your life, right? So it kind of feels like there's a part of the Leonine energy that this month is just going to say, you know what, I'm doing away with all the debris, right? I'm just going to get rid of anything and everything that I know is either holding me back or it's not doing me any good. Now, unfortunately, sometimes this can look like, we're having to start again with something. Your Nine of Swords can see where you are hyping something up in your mind out of all proportion, and you couple this with the Tower card, it could be that you have a hiccup down one of the routes or the avenues that you decide to go this month. It could be that maybe you have a setback of some sort, or maybe something comes up and maybe one of your plans doesn't go according to the plan that you set out. You don't then throw the baby out with the bathwater and say, oh, wow, it hasn't happened the way that I envisioned it, so fuck it all, and then throw it in the bin. No, of course not. You keep going with it and you remind yourself, okay, you know what, where is it that I'm being a little bit of a drama queen? The Nine of Swords, yes, it can be worry, anxiety, fears, all the rest of it. What's the worst prison that you can ever be put in this world? It's your mind, right? So this month, it's really important that you have the ability to talk yourself down off the ledge, right? You've got to stop yourself from overreacting in any way, shape or form that you need to, right? Now, when it comes to your physical health, this month you really want to take care of your sleeping pattern. You really want to be aware of, are you getting enough rest? Are you getting enough downtime? Are you getting enough R&R, so to speak? And then for your home and environment, it could be, I'm sorry to say, but maybe you are having trouble with the neighbours. Maybe the environment that you're in gets a little bit rocky. And I've been seeing this across the board, no matter what the sign is, whether it's in weeklies, whether it's in monthlies, it looks like the outside world is going to get a little more tumultuous than we are all expecting. It might be very short-lived, but it may see us kind of saying, wow, you know what, I'm not sure if I want to go outside at this moment in time. So just something for you to be sort of aware of. For your communications and conversations, we have the Moon card. So it does appear to be a bit of a heavier month for us, right? And when everything is in flux, whenever we, kind of throw all the cards up in the air, what happens, right? They all come crashing down and eventually we have to pick them all up. But the beauty of that is you get to put it together the way that you want it to. This is a month where you probably want to keep a lot of your cards close to your chest. Remember, the Moon card can sometimes be about confusion, but it can also sometimes be about deceit. So it's really important that this month you kind of keep a wraps on some of this personal stuff that's going on for you. And it's a shame because Leonine energy tends to want to share everything that they're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like oh yeah, this is happening with me, or this is what I'm doing. This month you don't have that luxury. You have to play your cards close to your chest. And then for our heart and half, we have the 8 of Cups. So yeah, it's just a heavier energy this month than it has been for a while for us Leonine creatures. But even still, this is about finding ways through it. For those of you that are single, you got the Moon card right next to the 8 of Cups. This is more about you addressing what a previous relationship has done to you. So maybe you meet somebody and you think, you know what, I don't trust you. And you start to realize, maybe I need to look at how my previous relationship ended. Maybe I need to pay attention to the habits and stuff that I picked up during that relationship. And this is going to be the month where you start to really unpick or process that stuff. For your those of you that are partnered, this could be you guys maybe finding a way to broach some of the tougher situations. And it could be as well that maybe this month you're saying to yourself, you know what, we need to get out of our local environment. We need to go somewhere, just the two of us, where we can start to look at what may be either wrong or imbalanced in this relationship. So for our weeks of the month, let's have a look and break it down. I mean, I like the Tower card. I'm not going to say that the combination or the other cards here are great, because they're not, and we actually have some shitty cards this month, but it's all luck of the draw, right? That's how it works. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune right underneath the Tower card. That is spontaneous opportunities. It's surprise, synchronistic moments that literally come out of the blue that could completely take you in directions that you are not expecting. This could be some sort of opportunity. It could be some sort of offer. It could be an invite. Whatever it is, this is one that's going to change everything. Now, the beauty of this is you are saying, right, okay, I'm tearing up the rule book. I'm going off script. I am going to fuck it up and just do things completely different to how I've been doing them. I'm going in new directions all across the board. The second you do that, boom, something or someone shows up to say, wow, you know what, I love what you're doing. And you think to yourself, wow, you know what, I've been doing this, this and this all this time. Nothing. I change everything sort of overnight and throw it all up in the air. Bam, exactly what I asked for. You never know. For the second week, we have the Temperance card. So yeah, two things here, just because of the cards that have come up now. If you know somebody that is either an addict or somebody that struggles with substance abuse or is often on the wagon, this month, especially this second week of the month, you could find out that they are back on whatever their vice is, has got the better of them once more. I have to say with these cards, I'm not sure they'll be coming back from this. Not this time. Just with the way that everything is with the planets and the energy, I just don't know. I can't say for sure, but I can definitely say that this person will be unfortunately going down that route. For you on a personal level, this is a reminder you've got to find whatever your own balance point is. You know, when Professor X says to Magneto, the point between rage and serenity is where your greatest power lies. This month, you're going to have to figure that out. Yes, you're going to have to look at your sleeping pattern. You are going to have to take very good care of your physical health this month. And a part of that includes a good night's sleep. If you're not getting that, you may very well feel it. So just something for you to be aware of. And then obviously, as I said before, for communications and conversations, we have the moon card. Underneath the moon card, there could be a big deception this month. There could be a big lie, something that is kept from you, something that you are not even aware of. And now here's the thing, right? The saying goes, there are 3 things that cannot long stay hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So whatever this is, you can bet your bottom friggin' dollar it will come out regardless. It's just not going to be at this moment in time. So if you feel a bit weird or a bit edgy, or you feel like somebody's lying to you, chances are they probably are. And unfortunately, you're not going to be privy to the ins and outs of it at this moment. But you will get to hear about it. Remember, the moon is cyclic. It only stays new and dark for a certain period of the month, and then before you know it, it comes to full. So whatever it is going to come to light. You just need to trust that. And then finally, for the 4th week of the month, we have the Judgment card right underneath the 8 of Cups. So yeah, this kind of feels like you guys are pulling your, for those of you that are partnered, relationship, long-term commitment, this looks like you guys are pulling yourselves out of your local environment. Maybe you're returning to somewhere that you once had a really great time at, or sorry, it's my alarm. To remind me to chill, reset, and manifest and meditate. See, I live by what I preach. I kind of feel like you guys could be returning to somewhere that you have been previously, or somewhere that you've wanted to go. Or for a select few of you, this could be news coming from either overseas or at a distance about something that needs to be immediately fixed. And I kind of feel like one of you is going to have to stay put and the other one of you is going to have to make the journey. So that's something to be aware of. And then finally, for those of you that are single, I think you'll be revisiting a previous relationship, but I don't think this is going to be a reconnection. I actually feel like it's going to be you really looking at everything so that you can lay it to rest. I think it's going to be you re-examining your personal past when it comes to relationships to determine if you are actually ready for a new one. Not necessarily a bad thing. And then for our key to the month, we have the 7 of Wands, right? So no matter what happens this month, you've got to push through, right? No matter how rocky it gets or how intense conversations get, you need to keep pushing, right? There's a lot of great that can come out of this time, but it's going to require your significant, consistent, sustained effort. Right, the 7 of Wands is about fighting for what you believe. It's about fighting for what you want. This is in general just about standing your ground and fighting for it. So whatever you want, whatever it is that you need, whatever it is that you want to create is just the other side of this month, right? So get yourself through it and get ready to reap the rewards, so to speak. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have as best a month as you possibly can. Fortify yourself so that you've got all that you need to get through this month. Relatively sane. And with that said, take care and I'll see you soon.